Welcome everybody to the Woodbridge Channel's coverage of high school sports. Today we are at Somerset Patriot Stadium for a matchup between the Chargers of Spotswood High and our own Barons of Woodbridge High. Craig Coughlin, happy to be with you along with my colleague Mike Forbes. Mike, it's a pleasure to be here as we get ready to start this terrific game. It's a terrific venue for the young players here today.
And Craig, the pleasure is all mine as we look at the starting lineup for the Spotswood Chargers. Alex Christian leads off. He plays second. Batting second is Ryan Walker. Third is Will Johnson. The cleanup hitter, Jack Dalrymple. The catcher, batting fifth, Corey Brown. Next, Nick Legato, followed by Jeremy Correnti. Jeff Zakowski is the DH, and batting ninth is Corey Weeks. The Spotswood Chargers taking on our Woodbridge Barons this afternoon.
And this is it's an exciting game for the kids to get out on a major league field or a professional baseball field. They got to feel special. Let's give you the defense for the Barons. In left field is going to be Kyle Savoya. John Krusch is in center. Josh Solano is the right fielder. Juan Pennis is at third. Matt Figueroa will play short. Justin Enriquez is at second. Jesse Lammers is at first. James Rue behind the plate. And on the mound, pitching a freshman, Nick Bradshaw. Nick pitching in his third game. He's pitched 21 innings. He's 2-1 with 12 strikeouts. He's given up 16 hits, 11 of them singles. So you're going to keep yourself safe if you can do that. Pitches to a 3.33 ERA. And faces, to start the game, the most dangerous hitter in the Spotswood lineup, Mike.
Yeah, as we mentioned, Nick, a freshman, a very tall freshman, one of the two freshmen on the varsity, the Barons varsity team. Nick has 2 complete games this year. And he faces, as you mentioned, the very dangerous Alex Christian for Spotswood. Alex leading the Chargers in RBIs, doubles, triples. He's got 19 RBI, 7 doubles, and 3 triples, so he has wheels.
On top of batting .510 with 2 home runs. So he's got some pop, and he swings through this one. Strike 2. Nice pitch by Bradshaw. We should mention that my normal colleague, the mayor, is recuperating. Inside, took something off that, tried to get him by him. Nice pitch with the count even at 2-2.
Does that make me your abnormal colleague? It probably does.
my usual colleague, I should say.
Quite all right. Yeah, couldn't resist.
Here's the pitch on the full count. Popped it up. Skies it down the first base line. Lammers giving chase. Has some room and then runs out of space as it kicks into the stands. The mayor, as many of you may know, is injured his knee playing basketball, which he will tell you was a silly thing to do when you're the age he's gotten to be. But he's on the mend, has a brace from his above his knee to his ankle, and makes it tricky to be in a booth like this. We'd have to stretch out because this is not our first game, Mike. This is our second game.
Absolutely. Yeah, we wish the mayor well. He here's the payoff pitch,
and there's a line drive base hit right up the middle to start the game.
Yeah, we taped Woodbridge Idol last Friday night. The mayor was there, and he was moving a little slowly. But, he's on the mend, feeling a little better each day, he says. But that's not something you can rush. Spotswood Chargers 10-4 this year. They're looking for their 5th wing. Woodbridge hoping to even up their record. They're at 7-8. Left fielder Ryan Walker now.
This game has some playoff implications for both teams. Woodbridge has qualified, even though they're only 7-8. You take the first 15 games of the season, and then your record is set for state playoff considerations. Woodbridge is in. I talked to Coach Urbano before the game. He said right now they're in about 3rd or 4th spot, so it tells you the kind of schedule that Woodbridge has played because they get power points for losing to tougher teams. The Chargers at 10-4 are going to be looking to improve their seed, so this game counts for them and would give them a chance to get a home game.
Bradshaw keeping an eye on Alex Christian there at first.
There shows bunt, gets it down, a little strong, but Bradshaw doesn't have a play at second, and the play goes on to get the sacrifice at first. So that's a sack, 1-3. 1 out, and that will bring up Will Johnson, the third baseman. Johnson batting .304, 1 home run, 14 RBIs, so he's a dangerous hitter as well, Mike.
Yeah, they've got some pop in this lineup. So 1 on, 1 out. Bradshaw delivers.
There's a nice pitch for a strike. In the first game, Colonia jumped out to a 2-0 lead, but JFK battled back to take the win by a score of 6-2. And even earlier in the game, and Bradshaw has him. Oh, just gets back.
Close play.
Matt Figueroa slipped in behind Alex Christian, but the throw was just a tad late. Here we see Nick Bradshaw. Here's the windup and a pitch. Ooh, there's the strike. Yeah, a little slow on that call.
Home plate umpire Gary Dominguez. Nice wide zone. And quite honestly, Craig, at this level, that's what you want. You want them to go up there swinging.
Well,
so if it's close, take a hack.
Here's the windup and a pitch, and that seemed to be in the same spot. Bradshaw has walked 18 batters in his 21 innings, so he can get himself in trouble if he does that against the Spotswood team. We haven't seen him, of course, but they look like they can hit based on their batting average and their record, of course, and that one goes outside. And we should give the disclaimer, Mike, that we usually give at this point. If you're from Spotswood and you want to get a copy of this tape, we welcome you to do it. We invite you to go online and see it. We know you have terrific kids. They're great baseball players. You're nice people, but we're rooting for you to lose. And this one is skied into left field. Right there is Kyle Savoia. Makes the catch, and there's 2 away.
Greg, you tell it like it is. That's why I love working with you there.
Hey, look, if they were playing some kids from Pennsylvania, we'd be rooting for Spotswood.
We sure would be.
But they're not. They're playing kids from Woodbridge.
2 down now. Jack Dalrymple, the Spotswood catcher, steps in.
So we're rooting for kids. My kid's on the bench. He's on the team right there today, dressed as a junior. Who am I going to root for? And your daughter goes to Woodbridge High.
She does. Freshman at Woodbridge High. Yeah.
There was nobody home. So. Tell you what, that's the second time somebody slips in there behind her. Young Nick Bradshaw is going to get somebody. Good idea, keeping him close. Look at how short the lead is. There's the pitch, and that's in there for a strike. Jack Dalrymple, the catcher, batting .326, no home runs, but 12 RBIs. Bradshaw deliberate out there. This one comes inside.
A little high and tight.
Evens the count at 1-1.
So 2 outs. Spotswood hoping to jump out to an early lead. They have a runner on second. Count 1-1. And Bradshaw with the 1-1. A slow curve. Here's the 2-1 pitch.
There's a strike. Beautiful pitch on the outside corner.
Pitch, I should say.
Bradshaw gets his first strikeout. And Barons get out of it. No runs. 1 hit. No errors. 1 man left on. We go to the bottom of the first. 0-0. Come on back, everybody.
So, what's it gonna be? We could ride bikes, skating, movies, zoo, whatever you guys want to do.
Can we just do this?
Yeah. We could just do this.
The smallest moments can have the biggest impact on a child's life. Take time to be a dad today.
To the bottom of the first we go. No score. 1 hit for the Chargers in that first inning. Let's take a look now at the lineup for the Woodbridge Barons. Leading off, we've got Kyle Savoia, the left fielder, batting second. Josh Solano, the third. Batting in the third position, Jesse Lammers. Batting cleanup, Juan Peñas. Matt Figueroa bats fifth. James Rube, the catcher, back sixth. Alex Villegas, seventh. Justin Enriquez and John Crush rounded off. John Crush, the center fielder. And, of course, DH Alex Villegas, and Nick Bradshaw, of course, on the mound for the Barons. But Chris Marlowe on the mound now for Spotswood, Craig.
Indeed he is. Let's set the defense for the Chargers. Ryan Walker is in left, Corey Brown in center, Jeremy Carenti will be in right. Will Johnson's the third baseman. Nick Legato is playing in short. Alex Christian is the second baseman. Corey Weeks is at first. Jack Dalrymple behind the plate. And Chris Marlowe is on the mound. Marlowe comes in at 2-0. Pitches to a 2.14 ERA. His opponents are batting just 200 against him. Pitched 16 in the third innings. He's given up just 12 hits in those innings. He's only walked 6, so he's got good control. And he faces Kyle Savoya, who starts it off, and he drops down a bunt. Kyle can fly. Here comes the throw. It's going to be not in time. Kyle Savoya gets the Barons started with a bunt base hit.
So one pitch, and the Barons put a man on. Josh Solano, the right fielder, now steps in.
I was going to talk about Kyle. I have known Kyle Savoya since he was a T-baller. He plays in the Ford's Clare Barton Baseball League. We've been on the same, my son Nick, and he had been on the same team for years. He can absolutely fly, and he can bunt. And wait till you see him run the bases. He makes pitchers crazy. That one is outside. Ball 1.
Josh is a junior at Woodbridge High, favorite sport baseball, enjoys the movie Forrest Gump with Tom Hanks.
Don't we all?
Don't we all? Favorite subject is math. His most memorable baseball moment, sweeping Colonia this year. Throw down to first. And Josh is an avid mini golfer.
I don't have the number of stolen bases for Kyle, but he has always been a terrific base runner. And let's see what happens here. Solano rips this one foul down the third base line.
You know, getting back to Kyle for a minute, Craig, his favorite baseball moment was his game-saving catch, which he made about 2 weeks ago. He made a game-saving, game-ending catch.
I saw that
during a game, and it was an incredible catch. He looked like he was airborne for a second. Phenomenal catch. Saved
there
the
goes.
game. There he goes.
And not going to be close. He's safe.
Yeah.
What a great jump he had. So stolen base for Savoya.
Jack Dalrymple kind of double clutched, but I think Savoy would have had it anyway.
That one is up high, and the count goes even at 2-2. Barons with a chance to take an early lead. Nobody on, runner in scoring position against Chris Marlowe.
Time is called.
I don't have his year. I meant to thank the coaches in the first game, so I'm sure if they're listening, maybe go back and put this in. But you know, we've gotten great statistics. We had it in the Colonia JFK game, and we have them here from Coach Urbano.
Ooh.
And Solano gets hit.
Josh takes one. 2 on now. Nobody out for the Barons. Early threat for Woodbridge.
And it makes such a difference. That'll bring up Jesse Lammers, the first baseman. Jesse comes in batting .319 with 2 home runs and 12 RBIs.
And Jesse's a senior. His dad, Jimmy, longtime coach at Woodbridge High.
Jim won a county title back a few years ago. Comes to every game. See him all the time. He's got his chair along the right field line at the home games.
Always there. Always there. Jim is a Baron through and through. Always was and always will be, I imagine. Jesse's favorite subject is history, and he also ranks sweeping Colonia as his most memorable baseball moment. Here's the 1-0.
There's a swing and a miss. 1-1. Well, I tell you, having done these high school games for a number of years now, you can't overstate the importance of the intra-town rivalries, because all of the players, not all of the players, but every time we do this, you'll see where some players have ranked beating one of the other Woodbridge schools. That one is hit high in left field, drifting back, and finally hauling it in is the left fielder, Walker. 1 out. And they'll list it boys, girls, volleyball, soccer, tennis, baseball.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't matter. Everybody, when they beat the other school, they remember it.
Tremendous rivalry and a lot of fun, too. Juan Pena is the cleanup hitter for Spotswood. He's the third baseman, for the Barons, rather. He's the Barons' third baseman. He's a rap music fan.
Yes, hit hard right at the shortstop. Can they double him up? They do.
Yeah, nothing you could do with that.
It was hit hard right at the short. Hit on a rope. Savoya was nowhere to go. Tried to get back, but not in time. And that'll do it for the Barons. No runs, 1 hit, no errors. 1 man left on at the end of 1. We are scoreless. Come on back.
When you throw away money on wasted electricity, you're throwing away everything you could have bought with it. Saving energy saves you money. Learn more at EnergySavers.gov.
Top of the second we go. Corey Brown leading it off now for the Chargers. Bradshaw with the first pitch. High and tight, ball 1.
Brown, 276 hitter, no home runs, 8 RBIs, center fielder. So you got to figure he's got some speed. And that's hit right back up the middle. That's hit hard, base hit. Krush fields it and fires it back in, and Chargers have the leadoff hitter on.
Shortstop Nick Legato steps in, so the Chargers have their second hit. Still no score. We're in the top of the second from TD Bank Ballpark in beautiful downtown Bridgewater. The Chargers of Spotswood versus the Woodbridge Barons.
You hear the train in the background. The railroad line is right beyond the right field. You can see it out there. Yeah, quick throw over to first, not in time.
For a right-hander, Bradshaw has a quick move to first.
He does. Last time in this situation, last time meaning last inning, Christian led off with a base hit, and Walker, the number 2 hitter, sacrificed. So let's see what they do here. This time he's swinging away. It's it on the ground. That's a foul ball.
It's called foul.
Went off the foot of Legato. He's hopping around. Scoreboard acknowledging our Channel 35 crew. Big day for Woodbridge Township. All 3 schools out here. There's another throw over the first. Bradshaw comes to the plate. Little swinging bunt this time. Bradshaw fields it. Only plays the first over to Lammers for the out. Brown heads down to second. 1 away. And that'll bring up Jeremy Carenti. Jeremy batting .378.
And Jeremy has a good eye. Leads the team with 13 walks this year, so he's very patient at the plate. He's a lefty. So now we've got a righty-lefty situation now with the right-handed Bradshaw on the mound.
This one is hit high in the center field. Krush coming in. Makes the catch. First pitch swinging was Carente. 2 out. And the designated hitter, Jeff Zetkowski, will come up. Zetkowski, a .306 hitter. 10 for 36. He's got 4 RBIs. You'll need a 2-out hit there to get a run. Takes this one outside for ball 1. Oh, I'm sorry. Called it a strike.
Corey Brown on second. He's got 6 stolen bases this year, so he can move.
Bradshaw checks the runner, kicks outside. Nice stop by Rube. James Rube, the senior, was the quarterback for the football team this past season.
That he was.
Rube looking at it. He wants it low and outside. Nice target there, and comes in a little bit, this Bradshaw. Gets a strike as Satkowski swings through it. Here's the windup. The pitch swung on and missed. Ball bounces, but Rube puts on the tag, calls him out, and that'll do it. So Bradshaw has pitched 2 clean innings, and we head to the bottom of the second with the score: Spotswood nothing and Woodbridge nothing. We'll be back.
Cook foods to the right temperature using a food thermometer. 3,000 Americans will die from food poisoning this year. Keep your family safer. Check your steps at foodsafety.gov.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as the Barons get set to bat here in the bottom of the second. Mike Forbes, Craig Coughlin from TD Bank Park.
And leading off for the Woodbridge Barons, their shortstop, Matt Figueroa. Number 23, Matt is a junior. Favorite movie, Sandlot. Enjoy science. Most memorable baseball moment, winning the Cooperstown Championship.
That has to be fun. Figueroa gets under this one, hits it a mile high. Coming down near the pitching mound. Weeks makes the catch, and there's one away.
1 pitch, 1 out.
As we talked about, the pitching coaches love those one-pitch at-bats, right?
Pitching coaches love them. Batting coaches, not so much.
That's right.
James Rube steps in. James is the Barons catcher. He's a senior this year. James' favorite music is anything. Not hard to please, music-wise.
Just put on a radio. He's a happy man.
Favorite subject in school, gym and history. His big baseball moment, beating Kennedy twice his freshman year. However, the thing that stands out is, and I'll tell you after this next pitch.
Ooh, no, he called it a strike.
What else would James like to share with the TV audience? He wants to share that he once ate 30 blazing wings at Buffalo Wild Wings. That's 33-0.
Wait, 33-0?
No,
330?
No. 30 meaning 30.
Oh, okay.
30 blazing wings. Apparently in one sitting.
Wow.
There you go.
There we go. How's that?
Can't imagine how he must have felt after that.
There they are, Buffalo Wild Wings on cue.
30. Go James. 1-2 now to Rube.
There's the windup and a pitch.
Ooh, got fooled on the changeup.
Yep.
He was early.
Yeah, he was. Able to foul it off.
So the Barons catcher's still alive. Count of 1-2, 1 out, no score, bottom second.
Ooh. Swing and a miss, strike 3.
James goes down on strikes.
First strikeout of the game for Marlowe, I'm sorry. Now bring up Alex Villegas.
Yeah, Alex is the Barons' DH. He's a senior this year. He's a lefty. Favorite music, again, everything.
There's the ball. Alex having a good season, batting .312 with 4 RBIs.
Favorite subject is Jim, and again, we talked about the rivalry. His top baseball moment, sweeping Colonia.
It's ahead in the count now, 2 balls and no strikes with 2 out. Nobody on here in the bottom of the second. Lights starting to come on. It's kind of overcast throughout the day. As you said, we were here. We did the game before that. There's a strike. Before this, that started around 2, and it was warm when we started. Got overcast throughout the game. Temperatures started to go down, and temperatures dropped more. Of course, it is April. Here's the windup and a pitch, and that's lashed nicely in the left field for a base hit by Villegas. He'll head down to first. Nice piece of hitting there. Went the other way.
Real nice piece. A little 2-out single for Alex Villegas.
And that'll bring up the second baseman, Justin Enriquez. Justin batting 103, but he's got 2 home runs and 2 RBIs, so he's got some pop.
And speaking of his memorable baseball moment, hitting his first home run in a varsity game this year.
Yeah, that's got to be a big deal.
That's a biggie.
That is have to be a very big deal.
Just feeling it leave the bat and sailing over the wall. It's got to be nice.
Exactly.
Favorite sports, baseball. Favorite movie, Olympus Has Fallen.
That's we saw that from some of the Colonia players.
Yes.
I think. I don't know.
Enjoys math, R&B music, hip hop. Second baseman for the Barons.
Outside, ball 2. Villegas was able to get ahead of Marlowe, and so has Enriquez. And Enriquez slaps this one in the right center field. Let's see if it gets over the head of the right fielder. No. Corrente went back, made a nice play.
Yeah, nice play by Jeremy Corrente.
It in. That'll do it for the Barons. So no runs, 1 hit, no error, 1 man left on at the end of 2. We're still scoreless. Come on back.
Lead paint poisoning affects 1 million children today. It's also 100% preventable. If your home was built before 1978, visit leadfreekids.org to learn more.
And you see Old Glory out in center field, and a bit of a stiff wind blowing from right to left on this Sunday afternoon in Bridgewater, TD Bank Ballpark. Mike Forbes, Craig Coughlin, a pleasure to be with you as the Chargers of Spotswood take on the Woodbridge Barons. Nick Bradshaw with the first pitch.
That was ball.
Corey Weeks now is the Spotswood first baseman.
Weeks, the number 8 hitter. I'm sorry, the number 9 hitter, batting 172, fouls this one off, and the count goes even at 1 ball and 1 strike. Bradshaw with a 9 pitch inning, I should say. Mike, last innings. That'll keep you in the game.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
You want to get out this guy. There's a little pop fly. Figueroa moves back, makes the catch just on the edge of the outfield grass. And there's 1 away. Alex Christian comes up. He singled to center his first time up. That's why that first out was so important. The 9th guy in the batting order. He needed to get him out because this kid can hit.
Yeah, then exactly, Craig. Then you get your big guns coming up, and you'd like to have an out or two when you hit this part of the lineup. Bradshaw with the pitch.
There's a good pitch on the outside corner for strike 1. Bradshaw's looked good through the first 2. And we have a stoppage of play. Not quite sure.
Alex will get set again.
Everyone is hit hard on the ground. Pass. Pennis, I'm sorry. Let's see if they give him an error on that. They do. So Juan picks up the error.
And Ryan Walker steps in, Chargers left fielder. So the man on, 1 out.
That was hit hard. Christian on first now. Quick throw over there. Umpiring crew. At first base is Bill Kildoff. Second base umpire is Craig Yetman. We've seen him from basketball an awful lot. And there's a strike. Third base is Phil Diva. Let me try this again, Phil. Sorry. Let's wait for this pitch. Nope. Quick throw over. Not in time. Ivan Venzio. And behind the plate, Gary Dominguez. Walker sacrificed his first time up, fouls this one away. And Bradshaw's ahead in the count, no balls, 2 strikes. So it's a real pitcher's count. He's worked the outside pretty well, Mike.
He really has.
And look, that's where Rube goes to set up. Throw over the first, not in time.
And he also has his slow curve working this afternoon.
There's the windup and a pitch, and that is hit on the ground. There's one on to first. Nice stretch by Lammers.
Nice
Great
by
play
Jesse.
by Lammers. Figueroa to Enriquez to Lammers, and the classic DP 6-4-3 gets the Barons out of the inning. No runs, no hits, one error, nobody left on at the end of 2.5. Nothing. Come on back.
Welcome to my block party. Glad you can make it.
The only triple doubles you get come with fries.
Last time you blocked someone, you were online.
I can do this all day. Your moves are just gay.
Using gay to mean dumb or stupid, not cool.
Not cool.
Not in my house, not anywhere. It's not creative, it's offensive to gay people. And you're better than that.
To the bottom of the third,
and there we
go.
see the Barons bench lined up along the steps, and my son Nicholas right in the middle.
Barons, of course, as we mentioned, would really like to take this one and walk out of here at 500.
And Phil Temple steps in to bat for John Krusch. Temple, a senior, comes into the game, batting .250. He's got 6 hits in 24 appearances, driven in 3 runs, no home runs. That one is ripped base hit.
There you go.
Phil Temple. He's another kid I know from Ford's. Great kid. Nice family.
Phil's big baseball moment was when he pitched a one-hit shutout in the All-Star, in an All-Star game.
I remember that. I'm going to bring up Kyle Savoya. We talk about it a lot, but we've gotten to know the kids from being in school and being a teacher, and from our children being associated with these young people. There's a lot of really great kids on these teams. I mean, I can't think of anybody that's not a nice kid. They're always polite and they're nice and they're friendly.
And unfortunately, sad to say,
there goes Temple. That's ripped foul down the left field line.
Got ahead of that one. The quality kids don't get the attention as often as they should. But we know they're there, and we're proud of them. And they're fine people.
Kyle Savoya bunted for a base hit his last time up.
Yeah, Kyle's most memorable, as I mentioned before, his most memorable moment making that catch a few weeks back. Enjoys history in school. He's a junior this year.
Temple stays put this time, and Savoya hits it to the gap. Base hit. Right between the hole between the shortstop and the third baseman. He's got his second hit of the game. And the Barons have something going here in the bottom of the third.
Yeah, Barons mounting a little threat. No outs, 2 on. Josh Solano steps in.
Josh got hit by a pitch, his first at-bat. Comes in batting .361. Savoya was batting .488 coming into the game. He's improved on that.
Squares to bunt.
Pitch is wide and outside.
So the Barons have out-hit the Chargers, trying to make it count now. In the bottom of the third, nobody out. Barons have 2 men on. Josh Solano at the plate.
There's a strike. Solano lays off. There's the bunt. Marlowe looks to third in time for the out. Heads-up play by Marlowe
that was
to get the lead runner.
That was a gutsy play to go to third. So 2 on, 1 out now. And the Barons' first baseman, Jesse Lammers, steps in.
Lammers tied for the team lead with 2 home runs, so he's got some power.
And he's got some speed. Jesse has a triple this year.
He's a football player as well. That one is up high. He was injured last year. I think he came back for baseball, though. Marlowe checks the runners, kicks and deals up high.
High and tight. Well, high and tight. 2-0 now.
Lammers had to duck down to get out of the way. And he's pretty tall. He's 6'3" or so. Marlowe shakes off Dalrymple. Here's the windup and a pitch. There's a strike. No? Did he call a strike? No, he didn't, I guess. Looked like it was close. 3-1 now. Terrific count for Lammers to hit. Savoia with a big lead at second. There he goes. That's up high, ball 4. And so the bases are loaded now for Juan Penas.
So Juan steps in with the bases loaded, 1 out. Juan leading the team in RBIs this year with 13, so here's a chance for him to pad that and put the Barons on the board.
Bases loaded, 1 out. Barons really need to get a run here at least. You really want 2. You want a crooked number up this inning. That one is in a ground ball 1. You remember one hit a line drive rope, but right at the shortstop, who was able to double off Kyle Savoia to end the first inning. He hit it hard. And that one's hit hard over the third baseman's head, this time down the line. Savoia scores. Chugging around to score is Solano. The throw to third, not in time, and Penas heads down to second on the throw. And the Barons have taken a 2-0 lead.
So Juan Penas, he adds to his RBI total. Puts the Barons up 2-0, still 1 out.
And runners still, 2 runners in scoring positions.
Brings up shortstop Matt Figueroa.
Figueroa lost this one down the right field line. Everybody's giving chase, but I don't think they'll get there, and they don't. Figueroa popped out to the first baseman his first time up. Lights are on here at TD Park. Game got started late because the very first game of the day between J.P. Stevens and Edison went 12 innings. That one tried to throw a curve, couldn't get it down, so it's up high over the head of Figueroa, and the count goes even at 1 ball, 1 strike. So the Barons got what they want. They got a couple runs this inning. Now they're looking to add to that. That one's ripped hard but foul down the left field line. So Marlowe goes ahead now in the count. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
TD Bank Ballpark. Been here about 15 years. I think it was completed in 1998 or 1999. And at the time, it was one of the first minor league parks in the state of New Jersey. It started with the Trenton Thunder as one of the real early ones.
Right.
And I remember that was at one time, if you wanted to see a minor league game, you had to travel to Trenton. And then TD Bank was built for those of us who live in this part of the state, and it was fabulous. About a half-hour drive, and you can see some minor league baseball, a nice venue.
This is a very nice venue, and of course minor league baseball is a lot of fun.
And minor league baseball has just, and in those intervening 14, 15 years, minor league baseball just exploded.
Yep.
I want to say 10 teams in New Jersey, possibly.
That one is up high for ball 3. I can name, let's see, how many can we name? I know there is the...
Well, we had the Jersey Cardinals early on, too,
right.
way up in Sussex
County.
Yeah,
right.
they were way
they may
up.
come back. Right? But there's the Newark Bears, the Somerset Patriots, the Blue Claws, the Trenton Thunder, the Surf. And that one is hit high in the center field. That'll get the run home. Lammers tags up. Ball drifting back. Nice catch by Corey Brown to track that down. Pennis will tag up, and he'll head on to third. So sacrifice fly for Matt Figueroa. He's got an RBI.
You mentioned the Lakewood Blue Claws, right?
Yep.
What's the team in Montclair, just adjacent to the Yogi Berra Museum?
That's right. I forgot about them.
Yeah, can't think of the name. So James Rube steps in. Barons up 3-0. Runner on third. 2 out now. James, the Barons catcher. That's a fun day. You get out of the Yogi Berra Museum at Montclair State College if you're a Yankee fan, of course, because that's pretty much all Yankees. But nice little museum, and then you go right next door, catch a minor league game.
That's nice. Montclair's a nice town, too.
Yes, it is.
Got some nice restaurants there. Rube swings through that. Pitch may have been a little outside. Count evens at 1-1.
Did you mention the Atlantic City Surf?
I did.
You did.
That one is outside, way outside. 2 balls, 1 strike, James Rube batting. Rube has 4 RBIs on the year. I'd like to add to that total right here. Marlowe is trying to stay outside. He's being a little too fine, I think, and sort of on cue, the coach comes out to talk to him. Marlowe leads the team in innings pitched.
Yeah, he's a workhorse. Chris is. But he's down now, 3-0.
Head coach Glenn Fredericks out there.
And is behind in the count, 3-1.
Well, he needs to challenge Rube. There are 2 outs. I'm sure that's what Coach Fredericks is telling him.
Yeah, well, he's got to come in now with a strike.
Don't try to be, he's really tried to nibble on the outside. Rube wisely is laid off. Although they've been pretty wide. Some of the pitches have been really outside. Marlowe now. He's gotten his chat. Coach Calhoun heads back to the first base lines. Coach Urbano back to the third base line, and James Rube steps in. 3 balls, 1 strike, 2 out. Runner on third. Here's the windup. The pitch swung on and missed. Strike 2.
James wanted that.
Strike 3. I was looking at the scoreboard up there. I should have been watching our scoreboard on the set. Sorry about that. So Rube strikes out on a 3-2 pitch. That'll do it for the Barons. But they pick up 3 big runs. Big hit, a 2 RBI single by Juan Pennis. And at the end of 3 full, it's 3-0 Barons. We'll be back.
Learning how to kickflip 6 stairs takes determination. So will getting into college. I've got what it takes. So do you.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Mike Forbes, Craig Coughlin, happy to be with you as we start the Top of the fourth. This game's clipping along there, Michael.
Yeah, it is. Both pitchers, Nick Bradshaw, Chris Marlowe, they get the ball and they throw it.
They do.
Very little time. Will Johnson stepping in now.
There's strike 2, so Bradshaw quickly ahead. Nick Bradshaw's had a nice game, struck out 2. He's only given up 3 hits, giving up single hits in each inning. But a double play got him out of the inning last time. He struck out 2. He's only thrown 35 pitches coming into the inning, Mike.
Well, he had that one nice 9-pitch inning we mentioned before.
Yeah,
Craig.
he had a 9-pitch inning in the second inning, an 8-pitch inning in the third inning.
Yeah, you love those.
That one's outside as he tries to go outside with the curve. Johnson, a dangerous hitter, 304, 1 home run, 14 RBIs. And here's the pitch. Little slow roller. Bradshaw gets it. Going to flip it on to Lammers in time, and there's one away. And that'll bring up Jack Dalrymple, the catcher. He's batting .326. He struck out looking his first time up.
Jack has 12 RBI this year, but he comes up with the bases empty, 1 out. Nick Bradshaw's pitch. High and away.
We see some of the crowd here today. A lot of people come out. Up high, ball 1. That one seemed to get away from Nick. Sailed over way outside the strike zone. Sorry.
No, I was going to say what's nice about this park and all the minor league parks, there's not one bad seat.
There's a ground ball. Figueroa up with it. Cross the Lammers in time for the out. 2 outs. And that'll bring up center fielder Corey Brown. Brown single to center his first time up.
So 2 quick outs. Top of the fourth, as Craig said, game moving along.
Really is. There's a little slow roll. This could be trouble.
Bradshaw
fields it, fires, not in time.
Not quite in time. Good effort by Bradshaw. Came right off the mound. That was a tough one.
Yeah, you could see that.
That was in that no man's land between third and the pitcher.
Yeah. And it wasn't hit hard. And Pennis was back, so. And that'll bring up the that'll bring up the shortstop, Nick Legato. Legato grounded out to Bradshaw his first time up. Takes the first one for a strike. Bradshaw throws a curve, and that's going to be dropped into center field. Crush up with it.
All right, so the Chargers mount a little 2-out rally.
I'm sorry, that is Kyle Savoya in center field. Phil Temple has gone in the game. He batted for Crush and went to left, and Kyle moved over to center.
So Kyle's now in center.
Kyle's in center,
Alrighty.
and Phil Temple is in left field.
I depend on you, Craig, to keep me straight.
Well, it took a little longer.
Appreciate that.
Well, I didn't notice it before. This one is inside, ball 1.
Jeremy Correnti is the Chargers right fielder, number 9, steps in with 2 out, 2 on. Freshman Nick Bradshaw trying to preserve a 3-0 lead. Steps off.
He's been terrific so far. Up high, ball 2. 2-0.
Coach Urbano calls time.
I think he's just going out there to settle them down. Certainly, there's no action in the bullpen, and why would there be? I mean, he's given up Hasn't given up a run. Was sailing through with 2 outs on a little ground out to the pitcher and then a ground out to the shortstop.
Well, I think
a
at this
swinging
point,
bunt base hit. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Mike.
no, I was going to say, Craig. At this point, I think he just wants him to focus and
Right.
maybe give him a little, enable him to take a little breath.
You know, Corey Brown had that swinging little bunt base hit. He full swing, but it grounded up the third base line. That can be unsettling a little bit, and then Legato drops one in, and so behind in the count now. Urbano want to settle him down. Here's the windup, and the pitch swung on and fouled back. That's what he wanted. He wanted to throw a strike. That was a tough strike, too. Correnti just fouled it off. Correnti's a good hitter, though. He's batting .378 coming into the game. 37 at bats, so he's come to the plate a lot. Correnti asked for some time.
And we'll do the 2-1 pitch.
Runners with small leads. Here's the windup. The pitch, and it's inside for ball 3. That one's fouled away, so it's full count now. That means the runners will be off. With 2 outs. Lammers doesn't hold them on. Here's the wind up the pitch. There go to runners, but it's ball 4. Now the bases are loaded.
All right, so now Spotswood mounts a little threat, a little 2-out threat here in the top of the 4th. Now Rube goes out to talk to Bradshaw.
That's the designated hitter, Jeff Sidkowski, will step in. He struck out his first time up. Big spot here now for the freshman. He wants to get out of this one. He had 2 outs, nobody on. He don't want to give up a run now.
Yeah, with 2 outs, keep it in the infield. Got to force at any base.
The number 8 hitter up, but he is batting .300, so that one is up high, ball 1. There's a nice strike on the outside corner for strike 1. That one had some mustard on it.
Yeah, Nick can throw some heat. But the key here is to keep it out of the air. Try to get him to hit it on the ground.
Curveball hit in the air. Right at Savoya. He hauls it in, and that'll do it. They leave the bases loaded, but they can't push one across. And so at the end of 3.5, it's Woodbridge 3 and Spotswood nothing. We'll be back.
Yeah, salad on Saturday, fruit on Friday, throw a ball Thursday.
Water Wednesday, touch your toes Tuesday. Let's move Monday, swap snacks Sunday.
60 minutes of physical activity a day and eating well can help get your child healthy. So keep them active and eating well every day. Get ideas, get involved, get going at letsmove.gov. That's letsmove.gov.
And to the bottom of the 4th we go. The Barons with a 3-0 lead over the Spotswood Chargers. Mike Forbes, Craig Coughlin from TD Bank in Bridgewater on a Sunday afternoon. No, you know, it's actually Sunday evening now, Craig.
Is it?
It really is. It doesn't look, it's 6:45 as we, in real time. And
you're wondering why I'm doing this,
What
Mike?
I love about this time of year, plenty of daylight.
We are joined in the booth now by Joe Ward, the athletic director for Woodbridge High. And we're getting Joe in the thing.
Mr. Ward, you can move right in here, Mr. Ward.
You know,
plenty of room.
Yeah, but you got to get close there, Joe, so you can.
You good?
You're not breaking the thing.
All right.
A little cumbersome, but their first pitch to Alex Villegas was a strike. Alex singled to left field his first time up.
So you liking what you see so far, Joe?
Anytime the Barons are winning, I'm
There you
liking
go.
what I'm seeing.
It was a big inning last inning to get out of that jam. You know, he worked through the middle of the lineup fine and then got in a little bit of a trouble, but showed a lot of poise particularly for a freshman, Joe.
Oh, he's been doing a great job. He doesn't look like a freshman out there, that's for sure.
One of those wind up and a pitch, swing and a miss. Strike 2. Joe, talk to us about what it's like to be able to have a game in a venue like this. It's obviously a big setting, has to mean a lot to the kids, right?
Oh, absolutely. This, besides, if they can go on and win some kind of championship, this will be the highlight of their year playing on a professional park such as the Somerset Patriots. They look forward to this every year, and I look forward just coming here to be a spectator at a game like this.
Well, it's a terrific day of baseball. We got here sort of at the end. Mike was here a little earlier in the first game when there's a shot. There's a base hit for Alex. And then we were here for the second game, of course, to do the Kennedy-Colonia game. But it's a good day of baseball, it's nice to see the players play. How many years have we done this?
This has to be the 4th year we've done it. We've played Colonia previously. This first year we're playing Spotswood, but I believe this is 4 years now, maybe 5.
And we have a pinch runner now in for Alex Villegas. That's number 11. I think that's Garrett Stepien, right? Yep. Garrett Stepien comes in to run.
And Justin Enriquez, the Barons' second baseman, steps in with no out, runner on first.
Now, how does this work? Is there a cost for doing this? We have to pay?
There is a cost, but it can be offset by the ticket sales. So
Okay.
each team is given X amount of tickets to sell, and you can set the price that you sell those tickets for. But you do have to give a certain amount of money back to the Somerset Patriots. So if you sell, and we do a very good job here with our baseball program, all the kids on the team sell a couple tickets each. It usually turns into a little fundraiser for the baseball program. So we've been doing very well with this over the past few years.
After this pitch, I'll ask you to Enriquez shows bunt, but then pulls it back in time for ball 1. Justin flew out to right field his first time up. Well, they're working deliberately now. Enriquez shows bunt again.
Fouled it off.
Let's catch us up with the other sports. How are spring sports going at Woodbridge this season? How about the softball team?
The softball team is doing very well. They are 8-6 currently. Play a tough Red Division schedule. We had a tough week this past week. Played some of the top teams in our Red Division, and we also played JFK on Friday.
Stepien gets back.
JFK has a very good program as well, but we got a good mix of seniors on that team and some good young talent. We got 2 freshmen that are starting for us.
Yeah, their pitcher is in fact a freshman as well, right?
Yes, she is, and not only is she doing a great
job.
job.
Could be 2. Sorry.
That's okay.
Wrote a second in time for the force.
Yeah, Christian couldn't quite get it out of his mitt.
But that freshman pitcher, Carly Kiersgaard, she excellent pitcher, but also very dangerous at the bat.
Is she?
Yes, very, very good.
So 1 out. That'll bring up Phil Temple. Temple batted for John Krusch back in the 3rd inning and got the rally started. Led off the inning with a base hit to right field. As the inning, the Barons broke through for 3, so Temple looking to follow up on that throw over the first, not in time. How about the other sports, volleyball and?
Volleyball is currently 8-6. They just beat J.P. Stevens on Friday, 2-1. It was a pretty exciting game, and we're in the white division.
The runner throw not in time as Enriquez steals second.
J.P.
got a great jump on that.
He did.
J.P. Stevens in volleyball is in the red division, so we played up in division, and a nice win for them. And then our boys and girls track team, they were at the Penn Relays this past weekend, and our girls 4x100 team won their heat. They are very, very good.
Yeah, they're very good, right? I think
Yes.
they came in, 36th in the nation or something?
Yeah, during the winter track season, they were involved in New Balance games over in the New York City Armory, and they finished up the winter track season ranked in top 25 nationally in the 4x400. Wow. Yeah, they're very impressive. Oh,
it's coming right
back.
It's
coming in.
Wow.
We had to get out of the way.
I'm not kidding. That was
Craig. That missed you by approximately 6 inches.
That's what I was gonna say.
Over the screen. So much for being protected by the screen.
Yeah, so much for that.
All righty. Never again will I feel comfortable.
I've even had Phil Temple on one of my teams. I let him pitch and everything.
Well, so that's the thanks you get.
I get.
Yeah.
Behind an account now 0-2, and that one's up high. Wastes pitch right there. What other sports do we have? I guess tennis, right?
Boys tennis, they just participated in the GMC championships this past Wednesday. They did a good job. And
there's a ground ball that's through the hole. Solano Enriquez had to hold up to make sure the ball got through, but he ran the bases nicely, and Phil Temple has his second base hit of the game.
All right, so runners at the corners now, 1 out.
Our golf team also, they're doing a good job. They have a shot at qualifying for the state playoffs. And I want to go back to softball for a second and give Coach Jago a shout-out. Coach Jago was just inducted into the New Jersey Scholastic Coaches Association Hall of Fame for his great career as a softball coach here.
Wow, that's a great honor.
Yeah, it was really nice.
400th win not too long ago.
Right.
Yep, end of last season, 400th win. Between Woodbridge and Colonia High School, he's coached 32 years, and he has 4 GMC championships. Only a coach to have won a GMC championship at 2 schools within the county.
And he's a really good guy.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Here
so
comes
runners at the corners now for the Barons.
Kyle Savoya steps in. He's 2 for 2. There goes Temple. Throw down to third, but Enriquez is back.
Kyle came in leading the Barons in hits with 22, so he's padded that now.
He's broken 500, Mike. I did a little.
He came in at 488. Is he over 500 now?
He's
there
at
you go.
510.
There you go.
With his 2 base hits, he bunted for a base hit to start the game, and then singled and to left field. Later came around to score, and he's ahead in the count now. 2 balls and no strikes. Just 1 out.
Yeah, so Chris Marlowe in some trouble again now.
No action in the Charger bullpen.
2 runners in scoring position. And here's the 2-0.
And he reached for that one. Pops it up in foul territory. Moving over and making a catch is Johnson. Kyle would like that swing back, I'll bet. 2 out.
Now batting for the Barons, number 5, Solano, number 5.
So Josh Solano steps in with 2 out and 2 on.
Josh Solano batting .361. Love a 2-out hit right here, Joe.
Oh, yeah.
And he reached for that one. That's going to get out
It's going to be out of play.
So Marlowe quickly ahead in the count.
Yeah, Barons would like to tag at least 1 more onto their 3-0 lead. Chris Marlowe sets.
Solano gets that one hit high in the air. Drifting over, Walker makes the catch, and that'll do it for the Barons. So they strand a couple. And after 4, Woodbridge still on top, 3-0. We'll head to the top of the 5th. We come back. Joe, you going to stick around?
Sure.
All right, we'll be back. Stay with us, everybody.
TD Bank Ballpark, Woodbridge versus the Spotswood Chargers. Mike Forbes, Craig Coughlin. As we go now to the top of the 5th, Corey Weeks steps in as the Chargers' first baseman.
Weeks, the number 9 hitter. He wraps that one in the center field, but it hung up there a little bit. I thought that was going to be a tougher play than it was, but Savoya comes over, makes the catch, and there's 1 away. Back to the top of the lineup now, and Alex Christian.
Number 5.
best hitter for the Chargers. Came in the game batting .510. Pretty good. We're also joined by Joe Ward, the athletic director for Woodbridge High School, talking about some Woodbridge sports. This one is hit. It's coming back here again. Maybe we should close this window.
I think the odds are with us. We're going to have a souvenir, Craig, at some point.
No, I could have probably made a play on that one before.
I was going to say that, but I didn't want to totally humiliate you. But have you dove, you would have.
Yeah, but there would have been. There's a base hit by Christian, his second hit of the game.
Brings up Ryan Walker, Spotswood's left fielder.
Sixth hit of the game for the Chargers. I have 6 hits. Scoreboard. The center field has 5. I'm gonna go with me.
Yeah, I think he's been asleep at the wheel a couple times, so let's go with you.
Yeah. Bradshaw's had a lot of base runners, but he's been able to have it happen when there was nobody out or in kind of non-threatening situations. But he did work out of a real jam last time. He
did. With
the bases loaded and 2 out.
Definitely did.
This one's hit hard, but on the ground at shortstop. Nice play there by Enriquez to set first in time for the double
Fantastic play.
Figueroa, I should say. So it was a 6-6-3 double play, and Joe, you didn't get to say much that last half inning.
That's okay. Thank you for having me, though. I appreciate it, and thank you.
Well, our guest has been Joe Ward. Joe, thanks for stopping by, and we'll see you again soon.
All right, and thank you to TV35 for all the games they put on the air for our kids. We really appreciate it.
That's really our pleasure, to tell you the truth.
Good luck rest of the season, Joe.
All right,
Thank you.
We're going to take a break. We'll be right back.
I am Eric LeGrand, and you are now watching the Woodbridge channels.
And welcome back, everybody, as we see Chris Marlowe on the mound as he begins work here in the bottom of the 5th. Barron's on top, 3-0. They will send up their 3-4-5 hitter right in the heart of the lineup, led by Jesse Lammers. Lammers flew out to left, then walked and scored. Hits this one high. It's going to be at foul. Let's see if there's room. There was, but Dal Ripple not familiar with the dugout.
Well,
That's a tough
when you
play
see
for
that
him.
when you see that dugout bar coming at you,
Yeah, that's a tough
gotta
play.
be a little disconcerting. Yeah.
You're not used to that.
So Jesse Lammers, the Barron's first baseman.
Most of high school fields have soft, have fences that you get used to. These are harder surfaces.
If they have fences,
Yeah,
some just have a lot of land.
Exactly. Marlowe head now in the count. No balls and 2 strikes as Lammers bats here in the the bottom of the 5th. Barron's had a chance last inning to kind of break this game open a bit, Mike. They had 2 on with just 1 out and the top of the order up, but
yeah, just couldn't make it happen.
There's strike 3.
That caught the outside corner.
It's the 3rd strikeout for Marlowe. And that'll bring up Juan Penneth. Juan has hit into a double play, but it was a line drive double play. Nice play by the shortstop, and then he singled and drove in 2. The first 2 of the game for the Barons back in the 3rd.
Seven hits for the Barons. They've made them count.
That's in there for a called strike 1. Home plate umpire takes a little bit of time sometimes when he before he makes that call. Marlowe kicks and deals. Swing and a miss. Kind of swung over the top of that. And that one's for a ball. That one is a ball.
Evens up the count.
That one's, ooh. Curveball almost dropped in.
So Chris Marlowe working his 5th inning.
I think Juan was fooled on that pitch, but here's the windup and a pitch, full count, and he hits it high down the third base line. Giving chase is Johnson, but he can't get there. It's way out of bounds. And the count remains 3 balls and 2 strikes as Pennis bats here in the bottom of the 5th. 1 out.
You look at the outfield fence, and it's a little deceiving. There are actually 2 fences. There is room between that first yellow line and the top one. It's not one big green monster, if I may.
Certainly a lot of ads.
Yes.
They've sold some space. They have.
But you can poke one over that first yellow line, and there's some room there.
Nice pitch there by Marlowe as he gets the chase. That's the 2nd strikeout of the inning, 4th of the game. And there's 2 away, and that'll bring up Mac Figueroa. Oh. Figueroa popped out to first base, and he hit a sacrifice fly to drive in the Barons' 3rd run of the game. And gets this one into right field, but moving over is Correnti, and he makes the catch. 1-2-3 inning for Marlowe, and we'll head to the 6th with the Barons on top, 3-0. Come on back. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Mike Forbes, Craig Coughlin from TD Bank Park as we head to the 6th. Nick Bradshaw, the freshman, still on the mound.
And Will Johnson stepping in, the Chargers' 3rd baseman for Spotswood. Bradshaw's pitch.
Up high, ball 1. He had a quick inning last inning, did Nick Bradshaw. By my count, he only had 4 pitches.
Yeah, he's had except for that 1 inning, he's had a few quick innings.
This one's fouled back. That hits the folks next door. We've been a target in these last couple of innings here, Michael.
And the game's not over, Craig.
That's true.
Nick Bradshaw, number 18, as you said, freshman on the varsity team. Nick's big baseball moment, he says, getting his first varsity win. Yeah, that'll do it. Favorite subject is math. And he wants everyone to know his nickname is Pistol. And I imagine it's because that right arm is a gun.
Ooh, there we go.
There you go.
Ooh, that was a strike. You got a generous call right there. We'll take it.
Sure will. 2-2 now. And the 2-2 pitch to Will Johnson.
So that was a slow curve.
And he reaches for that. He got fooled.
Bradshaw works quickly. Another curve, and he gets him to chase it this time for strike 3. 3rd strikeout of the day for Bradshaw. And that'll bring up Jack Dalrymple, the catcher. Dalrymple was one of those strikeout victims. He got caught looking back in the 1st. Grounded out to the shortstop in the 4th. Temperature's gone down considerably, Michael.
Considerably being the operative word there, Craig. Yeah, it was a nice sunny afternoon, warm sunny afternoon when we first got here earlier this afternoon. But as you mentioned, this being April, nice to have that big drop at night.
And that one is outside. And then, no, I'm sorry, called it a strike. Bradshaw in the windup. The pitch swung on and hit on the ground. Pennis up with it. Cross to, that is not Jesse Lammers.
Number 13's now playing. Time to grab the roster.
It is Kyle Mortensen, another
Kyle
freshman.
Kai Mort, the other freshman on the varsity team.
What are you buddies, Kai Mort? Oh, yeah.
Yes, the kids call him Kai Mort.
That one's outside for ball one. Yeah, I know the kids do, Michael.
Well, rubs off.
Your daughter's a freshman, I should point out.
That is correct, yes.
Mike's daughter is a freshman, is friendly with these guys. There's a foul ball down the right field line. Nick Legato waits on deck. Brown has had a good day. Single to center in the second. Beat out an infield hit in the fourth. And he's played a fine center field, too. He made a nice play going back on a drive. I forget who hit it. And he's ahead in the count here, 2 balls and 1 strike. And he hits that one hard on the ground at second base. Enriquez.
Another nice quick inning for the Barons.
Gets him 4-3, and that will do it. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on at the end of 5 1/2. 3-0 Barons.
We're the Lady Barons basketball team, and you're watching the Woodbridge channel.
And there we see the scoreboard out there in center field, and the lights are on. STS tire tank, tower, whatever.
And we send up lefty Kyle Small now for the Barons.
Kyle's a junior. Takes a strike. He's batting for James Rube. Rube was 0 for 2. And his 2 trips to the plate. There's a ball. 1 ball, 1 strike.
As we said, Kyle's a junior. Favorite sports, baseball. Favorite school subject is gym.
Here's the pitch from Marlowe. Right back up the middle, and it's going to be a base hit. Nice play. Nice stroke by Kyle Small. Maybe his first varsity hit.
Kyle also wants the audience to know he plays basketball, and looking at his height, that makes perfect sense. Memorable baseball moment, his first home run.
Yeah, we'll do it. And James Rube is coming in to run for Kyle Small. So he'll stay in the game. Yeah, I think it was, because I think I saw them throw the ball up, and everybody's congratulating Kyle. I think that's his first hit here on the varsity. So congratulations, Kyle.
Definitely congratulations. That's something he'll remember always.
Of course, his dad, Brian, is a member of the Board of Education and really involved in so many good things. Brian's the president of the Woodbridge Little League, and
that was a nice stroke,
does
too.
A lot of nice thing. Yeah, it was beautiful.
Nice, clean single to center.
Beautiful lefty swing right back up the middle. And that'll bring up Alex Villegas. Alex singled in the second, and then singled again in the fourth. So he's 2 for 2. Throw over. Rube gets back. Well, I guess hits it on the ground. Could be, nope. Only play for Christian is to go to first, and he gets the out as Rube heads on down to second.
Alex did his job moving the run over. No way they were going to turn 2 on that one.
It's too slowly hit. That'll bring up Justin Enriquez. Justin flew out to right field. He's hit also reached on a fielder's choice and stole a base. And now we have another pinch runner. Let's see, who's that? Going in for, cannot see.
Time to break out the glasses, break out the binoculars,
yeah,
see if I can catch the number on.
So Rube comes out, and we have another
baseman
at second base.
It's 10. Second baseman's number 10.
And that is Juan Napoles.
Okay, now we've got Now we got time being called.
I think they're going to, well, I don't know. Can you pinch hit and pinch run for the same player, I guess? That would be my question. I'm sure Coach Urbano knows those rules. The umpires are talking about something. Marlowe tosses while the umpires sort this through. Most important thing is that they get it right.
They get it, exactly. They confer, they get it right. That's what matters. Yeah, I would think it's some type of rule interpretation they're discussing at this point. So under the lights at TD Bank Ballpark, and we're now in bottom of the 6th. Quick game. Barons on top 3-0. They've out-hit the Spotswood Chargers 8-5. So whatever the discussion was all about, it's now over. And I don't see anything change.
Nobody's talking. Well, now the
the
coach for Spotswood's going to come
out. He wants to
get
filled in on what's going on.
No idea.
You may be right, Craig. They might have challenged that pinch hit, pinch run thing.
That's the only thing I can think of. I mean, other than that, it was.
And it doesn't look as though there was any problem with it. So now the Spotswood coach is probably wondering, well.
Doesn't seem happy about it.
But he goes back to the dugout.
A little frustrated.
Yeah,
You see him
little
shrug his
little dismay there.
His hands, and we'll get back to some baseball here.
Yeah, rule is a rule, and we move on.
That's it.
Okay, the count. There is none. Justin Enriquez steps in.
Justin Enriquez steps in. Annapolis leads away. Enriquez gets underneath this one, hits it to center field. Corey Brown settles under it. Annapolis fakes the tag and draws the throw. Good play. But there's 2 away.
And we'll go through some of these little stat sheets we have for the rest of the Barons players we may not see. We mentioned Kyle Mortensen before. Kyle, one of the 2 freshmen on the varsity team. Kyle's most memorable baseball moment. His first home run. And he's an ice hockey fan, Kyle. Nick Coughlin. Craig, you might know something about this young man. He's a junior at Woodbridge High. Favorite sport, baseball. Favorite movie, remember the Titans. There's the pitch.
Phil Temple pops this one into right field. Coming on is Carenti. He makes the catch, and that'll do it. So the Barons strand the runner. Waste the leadoff base hit. And we'll head to the 7th with the Barons on top, 3-0.
Traditional light bulbs actually generate 9 times more heat than light. Switch to energy-saving bulbs. Saving energy saves you money.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We head to the 7th with the Barons on top 3-0, and Nick Bradshaw pitching a gem.
And hoping at this point to preserve this win. Working on a shutout. And some of the other Woodbridge Barons players we may not see today, so certainly worthy of a mention. Juan Naples on the team. Juan is a senior this year. Favorite music, rap. Favorite school subject, gym. And his most memorable moment, a one-hitter he pitched his freshman year against Cardinal McCarrick. Garrett Stepien, another Baron, senior. Favorite sport, baseball. Favorite music, favorite movie, I Am Legend. His first varsity win, his most memorable moment. He's going to go to Rutgers in the fall of 2013. Matt Nerney, a junior. Favorite movie, Saving Private Ryan. His most memorable moment, sweeping Colonia. We've heard that a lot this afternoon.
Yeah, you hear it all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Nick Bradshaw on the mound. Here's the windup. First pitch inside to Nick Legato, the shortstop. Shortstop's grounded out to the pitcher and singled to center in his 2 previous plate appearances. There's a strike.
Griffin Thomas, a junior. Favorite sport, baseball. Favorite movie, Forrest Gump. Heard that a few times today. Favorite school subject, math. And he remembers his first ever home run. Here's the 1-0. The 1-1, I'm sorry.
Should note that Jesse Lammers has moved out to right when Kyle Mortensen came in. Bradshaw. This one's ripped over the top of the outstretched glove of Juan Penis, and he's got a base hit. Second of the game for Legato.
Vince Porcelli, another Baron. Vince is a junior, favorite sport baseball, favorite music rock and roll. His memorable moment, his first high school home run, and Vince also plays basketball. Vince, another tall guy.
Very tall.
Big guy, Vince. Pierre Martinez, number 27, he's a junior. Favorite movie, 42. Favorite school subject, gym. He hit a walk-off against Monroe. That's his baseball highlight.
Ooh, oh, okay. I was going to say that.
Look good, right?
Call. Yeah, I thought it was a strike all along. Jeremy Carenti is the batter.
So 1 on, nobody out now for Spotswood.
Carenti 0 for 1, flew out and walked. There's a strike.
Our next featured Baron, Aaron Muniz. Aaron's a junior, favorite music hip-hop, favorite school subject gym. Wants people to know he plays baseball every day.
Here's a foul ball. Bradshaw ahead in the count now, no balls and 2 strikes.
Strikeout here would be huge, Craig.
Yep.
Get that first out, possibly set up a double play, and Bradshaw can preserve this win.
Strike 3. Bradshaw gets him looking. 1 away.
Number 36 on the Barons is Mark Bonino. Mark's a junior. His favorite sport, baseball. Favorite movie, Moneyball. Great movie. Favorite subject, math. He hit a home run in his Little League championship game. That'll be his memorable baseball moment.
And Sikowski was set to bat, and instead he's been called back.
It's number 1 for Spotswood.
I'll check that. You can keep going there, Michael.
Esteban Rodriguez is number 29 for the Barons, a junior, favorite sport baseball. He's a rap music fan, loves history and gym. He remembers, Esteban does, his first complete game.
Wow, I guess his mom was right below us. Kevin Sorex is the batter, number 1. Sorry, Michael. There's a strike.
So Colin Figueredo is a junior. He's number 9 on the Barons. Favorite movie, 42. Enjoys math in school. His big moment after this pitch.
There's the ball.
Apparently he made a game-ending, game-saving put out at second. Threw someone out at second to win a championship. So he remembers that, as I'm sure he will.
There's a strike in the outside corner. Beautiful pitch by Bradshaw, and he's quickly ahead in the count. 1 ball and 2 strikes.
Juan Peñas, we've seen Juan Peñas, number 20. He's a junior. He hit for the cycle.
On the ground, there's Peñas. Goes to second. Oh, and the ball pops off
right
the
out.
glove of Justin Enriquez.
Might not have got the double play on that, but we would have had the lead runner. As I mentioned, Juan hit for the cycle in a championship game, which is not easy to do.
Second error of the game by the Barons. And that'll bring up Corey Weeks, first baseman.
So Spotswood mounting a little threat here. 2 on, 1 out.
Tying run at the plate. No action in the Barons bullpen. This is Nick Bradshaw's game to win or lose. There's a strike. Two on, 1 out. Top of the 7th.
Here's the 0-1 to Weeks.
Takes something off that. Misses high and outside for ball 1. Weeks, the number 9 hitter in the order, so Bradshaw really wants to get him. Waiting on deck is the dangerous Alex Christian, who came into the game batting over 500, and there's a strike.
Nice pitch. Bradshaw caught the corner with that slow curve.
Christian already has 2 hits, so he's got to get weeks right here, Michael.
Here's the 1-2.
There's a strike 3. Second strikeout of the inning. Second time he's caught a batter looking here. And
well, this is about as dramatic as it gets, Craig, because now Spotswood down to their final out. But as you mentioned, the always dangerous Alex Christian steps in. So Coach Urbano going to have a little conference.
No, I think he's going to make some
pitching make a change.
changes, I think.
Is that a sign? Did he make the sign?
I don't know.
Well, I didn't see anybody.
Matt Figueroa's run out to talk to the outfielders.
See nobody warming up.
Nobody's warming up. He might have.
No, nobody's
he would have had to
warming
bring somebody in from the field. No, he's just going to give. Okay, so he gave instructions to Figueroa, who went out and talked to Temple and Savoya and Lammers, who were gathered together behind second base. So 2 outs, 2 on, and the best hitter for the Chargers at the plate. And now
so this pinch runner now at first.
It's going to be number 10. That is Chase Fee.
So there's a key spot now for Nick Bradshaw. 2 on, 2 out. And Alex Christian represents the tying run at the plate.
On deck, Ryan Walker. Christian is 2 for 3, singled twice, reached on an error back in the 3rd, and on deck is Walker, who sacrificed into 2 double plays. So my guess is we're going to see Nick Bradshaw pitch very cautiously to Alex Christian. Here's the windup, the pitch, up high, ball 1. Here's the one, wide, ball 2.
Way outside.
Yeah, hasn't given him anything remotely close to being a pitch he can hit. That one is in there, and it pops it up.
This could be it.
Enriquez has to move in, makes the catch, and the ball game is over.
So Nick Bradshaw, the big freshman,
throws a beauty.
Complete game shutout. A 6-hitter as the Barons beat the Spotswood Chargers by a score of 3-0.
In the 7th, no runs, 1 hit, 1 error, 2 men left on. So the tying run was at the plate in the person of Alex Christian. That was as good a situation as the Chargers could have hoped for, Michael, but Nick Bradshaw was just simply tremendous today.
Yeah, he was, and that was true drama at the end. Your best hitter up, 2 on, 2 out, but Barons managed to pull it out. Sweet win for the Barons, who are now they're at 500. That puts them at 8-8 for the year.
And the Barons broke it open in the 3rd. They scored all 3 of their runs on a two-run single by Juan Pennis and a sacrifice fly by Matt Figueroa. And so the Barons come away with a well-earned 3-0 victory, and that will do it for us from TD Bank Park. For our crew, our director Lee Beckerman, our graphics director Joe Fernandez, our technical director Gina Forbes, somebody you know well.
I do.
Our engineer Bruno Martins, our audio director Clint Higgins, and our camera folks Emil Brandolfi, Crystal Bonus, Kevin Estevanic, and Raj Saroji. Fantastic job as always. A long day for those folks.
Very long day. Yeah, 2 games. They were here early this morning. I mean, the setup, as you can imagine, is tremendous. And of course, their day's not over because now they have to break it all down and bring it all back. So it's a long, long day for the Channel 35 crew, but a job so well done.
Fantastic job as we see the coaching staff, Coach Perry on the right, Coach Calhoun in the middle, and Coach Urbano on the left. Coach Maddock on the far right now, talking to the Barons after a nice earned victory. That will do it from TD Bank Park. For my colleague Michael Forbes. Mike, it was great working with you again. It was nice to see you.
Great time,
Shake
Craig.
hands.
Great
Nobody
time.
saw us, but
Thank
what
you,
the
sir.
heck, we saw it. So for Mike, it's Craig Coughlin saying thanks for watching, everybody. Once again, the final score: Woodbridge 3 and Spotswood nothing.
Good
Have
night,
a nice
everybody.
night, everybody.